So, since Kyrie Irving is returned from suspension, these are his numbers: 25 points, 5 rebounds, 4.5 assists, shooting 50% from the field, shooting threes on a 40% clip, and hitting his free throws on a 90% rate. The Brooklyn Nets are 18-3 in that same span. So, since the national media loves to emphasize his failures, I'm here to rectify his success. And once they finally come around, I really hope and pray that the apology was much louder than the disrespect. And it's crazy to me, because Kyrie Irving is one of the most skilled players of our generation, and we take a player like him for granted. But it seems like to me the national media has been so hungry for a witch hunt on Kyrie that any single mistake that he makes is plastered all over the news. Whereas UFC Commissioner Dana White, they could literally beat on their wives and say multiple hellacious things, but they get off scot-free. They make excuses for people like that. Jerry Jones as well. There was a picture that came up of him being involved in a Little Rock 9, one of the most racist events in United States history. They even gave him a pass. Brent Favre, he was caught stealing millions of dollars from one of the most poorest cities in the United States in Jackson, Mississippi. He got off with a pass. And all this is insane because did Kyrie make mistakes? Yes, he did. Did he apologize for them? Of course. But you can't negate all the positive things he does in the community, all the donations he's made, all these things Kyrie has done. It seems like the media has swept that under the rug. Why is that? Is it because he's a black man who is an extremely gifted point guard in the NBA, who has a mind of his own? Or it's because he's not conforming to the ways of society today? Was it wrong that he posted an anti-Semitic link? Of course. He acknowledged that and everybody else acknowledged it. But it seems like to me that no matter what, how many times he tries to move past it, they try to stick it to his name. Whether he's a teen cancer, he's a weirdo, all the above. They try to paint a negative image of Kyrie, and I just don't like it. Instead of just appreciating his game like the talented player that he is, the national media want to create his life into a whole soap opera. And he has been through a lot of things in his life too. One of his streams that he had on Twitch, he explained how the years in Boston was some of the toughest in his life. He lost his grandfather, he suffered from depression, and not to mention he had heckling fans on his back every step of the way. And that's not an easy environment for him. He is one of the most misunderstood players in NBA history. And it sucks to me because when he retires, people are going to act like he was such a great player. They're going to try to appreciate his game then. Why not appreciate it now? Why plaster him with all these negative reviews but letting everybody else get scot-free while he's putting up amazing numbers for Brooklyn? You're talking about a team that was signified as dead in the beginning of the season. All that talent, but it will never materialize. Kyrie Irving came back from suspension and changed that. And from these past 21 games, it is evident that his game is pivotal for the Brooklyn Nets in order to be winning games. Now they have one of the best records in the NBA. And I feel like that should get acknowledged a lot more than what it is. The national media as a whole loves to sensationalize Kyrie's career instead of talking about his game. Does it bring in more viewers? Of course. It's all about marketing. But at the same time, you lose the authenticity of your brand and you lose die-hard viewers that just love the game of basketball. But that's the thing, they just simply don't care. For the caliber of player that Kyrie is, the national media needs to learn to embrace him for who he is instead of chastising him every single chance they get. Because once he retires, the game is not going to be the same. His artistry and his command of the basketball, it is something that is one of a million. And we as a people need to realize it.